Oh, yeah. There it is. The D&D show, the podcasts on the podcast, live broadcasting, but you won't hear it for a couple months. Welcome. It's February 2013. Or 2015.
2013?
I can't even tell you what day it is. I'm Dan. That's Drew.
I'm Drew. That is Dan.
Yo.
It's not 2013.
It's 2015. We're recording in Drew's studio here.
You know what I'd love to talk about this episode is time travel.
Okay.
Time travel and ghosts.
Okay.
Those are two popular topics, right?
I'm not against it.
Okay, good.
At all. And I can quickly go in and say I saw a thing today for the iPhone 6, although it's just for the iPhone 6. But they made a Back to the Future 2 car that like has the lights and all that, just for, like as a cell phone case.
Okay.
So that's all. We're also in 2015. Back to the Future 2, the year's 2015.
Is that when they went into the future?
And Back to the Future 2, yes.
They went back to the future in 2015? Wow.
Yeah.
When it was made in 1989?
Well, 89 was Back to the Future 2. And I
Okay.
remember seeing it first night it came out into the theater. But you can talk about your time traveling if you have something to talk about.
Okay, here's a question. Do you think time travel is possible?
Are we really doing this? Because I have no science experience whatsoever. But it's cool. I'll tell you some answers. I don't know if you believe in Superman. Someone told me, in Superman 1 or 2, Superman flies backwards around the Earth and spins.
He reverses the spin of the Earth.
And someone said that wouldn't work because
it wouldn't work
because of the internet, just on the basis of the international timeline. But the timeline's man-made.
That doesn't matter at all.
So if the physics of time travel could really work by spinning the Earth backwards, cool.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't work
Once
that
something's
way.
done, it's done.
No, the reason that wouldn't work is because if the second that Superman hits that point where the Earth is not spinning forward or backward, there is no gravity on Earth, and everybody on Earth would float for a super second and then smash back down to the ground. It would make all of the planes crash in the air. It would be horrific.
Nice.
If Superman flew around the Earth backwards, that would be catastrophic for everyone. It would not turn back time.
So I'm going to say that's a big no on your part.
Yes. I think that time travel is absolutely possible.
Is there, there's 50, they say there's 57 dimensions. Can you leap to a dimension? Who knows?
Who said there's 57 dimensions?
I believe, I read something even just last week, and I think there's been proven 57 dimensions.
Mathematically proven that there are 57. I'm going to have to check this out.
Okay. And you're not going to check it out right now, I guess, but you have
I have no means to check this out. This is a dedicated podcast to talk about time travel and ghosts.
Okay.
All right.
I do believe there's wormholes. They've been proven that there's wormholes.
Mhm.
So you can leap from parallel dimension to parallel dimension, or is it to leap across the universe?
I think that also you have to define what time travel is, because time travel physically, right now we are traveling through time in one direction. And we are, if you're going to be super specific, yes, we're time traveling right now. However, if you also take the notion of if you're time traveling is you're on the planet right now and you leave the planet and you are not in our gravitational field and you come back, time has passed and time has not passed for you. That is also one form of time travel.
I don't want to sound too hippie-ish.
Hold on.
Okay, keep going.
The final form of time travel is the time travel that I think is possible, and it's the time travel of creating a break in space and time and physically calculating a point in history that you want to go to. I think that is possible.
I believe you can do the time rip thing, skip over time fabric. Cool beans. Oh, man. A friend of mine, Bridget, I'll give her I'm not even trying to take credit for it, but she posted on Facebook the other day. I saw it. It was funny. I don't know if she came up with it, but she's like, Time Traveling 101. And it was just this week she posted it. Kill Hitler, save Lincoln. Time Traveling 101. I loved it. Just like
no, you save Lincoln. You can't do any of those things.
Yeah.
Then you may not be alive to do that.
That was her post, and I appreciate it for what it was, joke or not.
I mean,
didn't mind it.
I love the idea. I mean, it's the creativity of time travel. It creates so many awesome ideas of what you could do and the outcomes that are possible from them. But honestly, I think if you go back in time, it's a new timeline. Like anything that you do is not at all
just like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
The B timeline.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I was aware of like timeline, like the effects on the human body, and not a science journal by any means, but the movie Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah.
Remember Flight of the Navigator? And I had to ask my dad, I'm like, I don't get what happened here, but he was in it and he flies through space and he comes back and everyone's older.
Yeah.
Because when you travel through through space, you age slower, and that's basically all that was,
Yeah. Gravity ages you longer. The less gravity you have, the less you age.
When women have children, it's a proven fact. It speeds up the aging process too.
Yeah, gravity ages you. That's just what it's what it does.
And having kids.
Time travel possible. Are there time travel people among us?
There's no and no and no. Unless they play Wall Street and that's all they're doing. That's why they're billionaires. That's about it.
Yeah. You know how many billionaires there are on the planet? I found this out last week. 2,600 and change billionaires. 2,600 and change billionaires.
Okay.
There's more than $1 trillion in wealth.
And just those people.
And just those people.
Yeah.
And just those people.
Time travel.
Not governments. They're all people. And, all of the top people are Walmart people.
Okay.
All Walmart family.
Not that it's time travel, but space travel. They just announced the past couple days they have it down to 100 finalists who are going to fly to Mars.
What? They're going to decide this? They're going to colonize Mars?
Yeah, if you're not...
I have not followed this at all.
This is why I'm here to bring up current events.
I knew they were doing studies with people on Earth, like with biodomes and shit.
So they're going to basically put some kind of biodome, or they're just going to put a living quarters on Mars, I guess. And they have it down to 100 people who are going to take a one-way trip. A one-way trip.
Wow. You know what? There's a story, and it's like a forgotten story that's like about Anunnaki people, like way before civilization existed, way before Sumatrans, of dual societies on Earth and of Mars. And the Mars were like people that the Martian. It's a crazy story.
A fake story. So it's a fiction. It's fiction.
It's an idea. It's a fictionalized story.
I had read one story. I only read it once, and I heard it referenced before. And I'd like to see it again because I know it's just a short story where like they were on a planet. I don't think it was this planet. It was a different planet. Maybe it was this one. And it rains nonstop for 7 years.
So Seattle?
Maybe. And for one day, every 7 years, the rain stops. And some kid got bullied and got put into a closet, I think. And then by the time he got out or it was found out where he was, the rain started up again and he missed it. And I almost forget what the point of the story was.
He was bullied and he missed the one point of sunshine.
He misses one chance to go outside.
That's such his life.
I forget what the frickin' story's about, but
grow up.
That's why when we do news stories, I want to be factual somewhat. But so that's our time travel discussion, I guess, or we can still talk more. But ghost stories, you got ghost stories?
What if time travel and ghost stories was somehow interconnected and there was a transition between the two?
I don't doubt that. And with ghost stories,
did you see the movie Interstellar?
No, and don't spoil it. Contact. I saw Contact.
Contact's not like Interstellar.
Well, Flight of the Navigator.
Hold on. Contact is similar than Interstellar.
That's what I thought.
Very similar, but also very different. Also very different. Jodie Foster in Contact is great. The book was way better than the movie.
I didn't read it. I don't read any books, really.
Book was way better than the movie.
I read news stories.
My mom had the book, and I picked it up, and I read it, I think, like on the bus to school.
Oh,
I was a nerd.
That's fast.
It was a good book.
Was it the same bus ride?
Was it the same bus ride?
Like, you read it in one bus ride?
No.
Okay.
In like 25 minutes.
Okay.
No.
25-minute chunks over a period of a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's the time travel.
Okay.
Also,
I didn't know that.
Contact is also time travel.
Yeah, I get it. It's at least travel.
Yeah, alternate reality is totally travel.
Cool.
Ghosts. Do you think ghosts exist?
Yes. I have a psychic story. I have a couple psychic stories, and where I'm from near Buffalo, New York, and there's a place called Lilydale. Have you ever heard of Lilydale? There's an HBO documentary called "No One Dies at Lilydale."
I think
or something like that.
Lilydale doesn't.
Lilydale is has the most psychics in one neighborhood, one town.
Why?
So it's the most psychic town in the world.
Why do they all live there?
Because it's a big psychic town. You have to be a hippie about it or discredit it. It's a fact. So the most psychics in one town is Lilydale, New York. That's just a fact. It doesn't matter if you believe in it or don't believe in it.
I don't care if they're there or not. Why are they there?
They're there. Well, in the center of a town or near the back of it, maybe there's a stump. It's called the energy stump, and like you stand there, you get some energy. I don't just the energy field is the reason that they all came there, or it was like 10 psychics started it, and then more psychics said, "Well, let's all go there and just make a big town." I don't know how it happened, but I went there. And I got readings from 3 different psychics.
Yeah. Oh, that would be such a fun adventure.
I did. So see if you're saying if there's ghosts or not.
I know where this is going. No. Well,
You
could
don't know
see
where it's going.
I see a different direction where this could go.
Mine. I have a different. It gets really personal, I guess. But whoa, sound effect. So I went to one lady.
This gets really personal.
No.
It took me a second to process that.
One woman. Wow. One woman works for the Buffalo Police Department on payroll as a psychic. Like, that's how good she is. So they come to her and they're like, yo, what's going on here? And she just looks at the room or feels the room and tells them what she thinks.
Wow.
And I'm saying she's so good and so effective, she gets paid by the Buffalo Police Department.
Well, I mean, there's TV shows about that, so there's got to be a shred of evidence to that.
I personally believe. So I'll get, without giving you a super personal one, I went to Lilydale and met. There's a woman, and she was actually on the Today Show. So her name is Greta Gerstock or something, I believe. And there was a guy. I landscaped with this guy. He worked for 25 years, with our family, and I worked there for like 17 summers, 17 years. Also. And for the last 2 years, me and him worked together every single day. Every single day, this guy, Greg, he picked lottery numbers. And he always played the same 3 numbers every single day. 1, 2, 5. His birthday was January 25th. He always played 1, 2, 5. He'd play the 3, and you could box score it. So it could be 5, 2, 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 5. And he'd always box it. Those were his only 3 numbers he'd ever play. Fast forward, I go to a psychic. She doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. You can't Google my friend Greg, because he died at 51. He never had the internet. He barely ever had a cell phone. You couldn't Google anything about this guy.
Okay, so
and she says, I got some lottery. This guy's here. She's talking sort of in his personality. This guy's calling me a Polak, and she was a Polish woman. And I'm like, I totally see it. Oh, now he's laughing, saying he's joking. So she totally nailed his personality, and she wasn't doing that for anyone else.
Yeah.
Then she goes, he's saying to play the lottery. He's about to give me numbers. And she was just like astounded every step of the way. Like she was truly having a conversation with someone who you couldn't see in the room.
Yeah.
And then she goes, he's giving me numbers 1, 2, and I in my head, I'm like, what's next? 3? I didn't say nothing out loud. I was just writing down what she said. And then she said 5. Then she stopped. And when you say lottery numbers, I always expect 6 numbers. I just wasn't ready for that, And then I sat and looked at the numbers like, oh my gosh, that's Greg. Like, you're kidding. Like, that happened. It 100% happened. No one can discredit me that.
Yeah.
That went on. That happened.
That was through the interaction of a person that you had the experience of an entity. I have another example. Mine is much more of a scientific approach to ghosts.
Man.
Yeah. Okay. When I was young, had no idea. I totally threw ghosts out the window. I'm like, no, I see what I know, and I can only know what I see. If I can't see something, it doesn't exist. As I've gotten older, there's plenty of things that I can't see, such as Wi-Fi signals or microwaves or gamma rays or neutrinos. These are all things that absolutely exist that my brain can't see. So it's not fair for my brain to say that there can't be an entity that I cannot see.
I like that. No doubt.
Yeah.
We said there's 57 dimensions. Was it in this episode or last one? I think it was this one.
It was last
57.
one.
No, whatever. They're all blending together already.
Yeah.
You can only imagine if we did like 2,000. When a talk show host do like 2,000 shows, you can't remember anything.
Oh, man. I'm so sad that Jon Stewart's leaving.
I know.
Okay, we're going to hammer on that for a second.
And the SNL 40, too. Was great.
So good.
So good.
It
And
was
there's a lot
so
of people.
good.
I went into it not excited about it until like an hour beforehand. Luckily, we watched the red carpet thing. And my roommate wanted to watch it, so we did. And I was totally turned on right there.
Celebrity Jeopardy was good.
Then we watched the show. Steve Martin hosting was awesome. I love seeing Bassmatic 2150.
I think who hosted it, really?
Steve Martin.
Are you sure he hosted it?
Yes, 100% positive. They talked about it in the
Jimmy
beginning.
Fallon came out and did the monologue.
No, he did the opening. Then they go live from New York on Saturday night.
You're right.
Then they came on, and then host Steve
Martin. Steve Martin.
He comes out, and then remember Alec Baldwin comes out, and he goes, this doesn't count. And he goes, yes, it does. So they both hosted 16 times.
Yeah, of course.
So it 100% counted. And I love
You're right.
Steve Martin.
I didn't see. I guess I
always love his
him.
stuff.
Yeah.
And the last time he was on SNL was just a horrible episode. and it wasn't his fault. Just the way
Yeah, I mean, a host is not the effect of
Yeah.
bad writing and things like that. Recently, the writing hasn't been great.
Yeah.
But that's just the wave, the ebb and flow of
Yeah.
trying to react to what cultural norms are and what
Or
the
the
expectations are.
The video shorts are good.
The video shorts are good because their produced efforts are very good,
Yeah.
and they even said that Louis C.K. did the whole produced bit. One of my
17 good sketches.
One of my favorite parts was Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg doing their inside joke to the industry of when crack.
Yeah.
I thought that bit was really good. It hit home with me because I know that I have had plenty of friends crack in improv.
It was cool seeing the auditions, and obviously since my time and your time here at IO, I mean to see Vanessa Bayer and Cicely Strong both make it, and A.D. Bryant. You're just like, wow, I've seen them on stage, or I've talked to them, or you just can't believe it. It's just wild to see the revered. I mean, everyone always says the first 5 seasons of SNL. That's it. Until the first replacement cast.
No, yeah,
that's the meat and potatoes of SNL. And the rest.
My cast was Phil Hartman.
Me too. Late 80s, early 90s.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Phil Hartman, Mike Myers, Victoria Jackson, Dennis Miller.
It's so funny because that's when I was a kid and most influenced by TV. I mean that level of comedy, that's what hit me, and it definitely led to like the juvenile interest of like the Farley Brothers movies and that type of stuff. Definitely, but it's one of my favorite things about SNL is who they turn away.
Yeah,
and how they turned away Louis C.K., Jennifer Aniston, Jim Carrey, tons of
Stephen Colbert, Zach Galifianakis auditioned Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
It
was cool
great
to see those auditions. It was
great for me, and you could always look back, but to see Wayne's World is the last sketch of the night. They brought back Wayne's World, and truly it was awesome because it was like you were watching, and you were literally watching a brand new episode, but they were doing their thing.
Yeah,
and you were like, this is what I was watching in my early teen years.
Yeah. Oh, Mike Myers looks so uncomfortable though. Mike Myers. Something's going on with Mike Myers.
I'm not even putting down. I didn't want to talk about that. I
loved him. I loved him. No. He hit Wayne on the head. But after in the ending credits when everyone's on stage, there were some people that looked uncomfortable. One of my favorite things too is I saw Finesse Mitchell do stand up in like 2002, like a long time ago.
Yeah. Right
after he had just gotten off SNL, I saw him try to go on stage at the ending credits, and someone was like, "Get off the stage."
Wow.
I thought that was really funny.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
The thing, last year, 2 years ago, they had an Eddie Murphy thing. It was like 2-hour toast, not even roast of Eddie Murphy. It was 2 hours of people kissing his ass.
Yeah.
And I only say that because it's funny how I listen to it on Howard Stern. I listen to Howard Stern all the time. And I loved it. And so I remember they were talking about it too. And he's like, yeah, I guess they are. And this time, Chris Rock for the SNL 40th, he comes out and just talks him up for 2, 3, 4 minutes of Eddie Murphy, this. And then he comes out and he just stood there and said, thanks. He had nothing funny to say.
Yeah.
Couldn't even crack a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
That was
a joke.
That was really surprising to me.
Yeah.
How Eddie Murphy did come out and then he was looking around waiting for commercial.
And the best was...
That was really strange. That seemed really odd.
Oh, it was. I was like, man, I know you're trying to be super cool. And really, that's what it is. And he's got a pretty lady on his side.
No, man, he should have come out as Gumby.
You come out...
He should have come out as Gumby.
What they should have done, and maybe they pitched it to him to say, hey, do you want to do a sketch of Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood? And he probably didn't want to do it.
That's lame. That's
just my own 2 cents, and I think...
Eddie Murphy could have righted a whole ship of Saturday Night Live last night by doing a single sketch.
Yep. And the Jeopardy was great.
The Jeopardy was great.
And to see Norm Macdonald back was awesome.
Oh, man, he was hammered drunk.
Oh.
Did you see Kevin Nealon's intro where he actually said... Norm Macdonald,
Mr. Subliminal.
Words. Yeah, Subliminal. Yes. He subliminally edited in that Norm Macdonald is hammered drunk.
Oh, got it.
He said that subliminally, but Norm was hammered drunk.
Sweet.
It was very funny.
Good for him.
Yeah, the whole show was really good.
And I laughed my butt off, and it was great because of how you have to be super serious. Is when they did In Memoriam, and the last one was John Lovitz. Oh, my God. Because they did John Belushi, Gilda Radner, then John Lovitz.
And he's in the crowd.
I'm like, Yeah, or they could totally screw with you. Like, dude, we do comedy too. We don't have to be serious all the time.
Yeah.
Hilarious. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like,
I thought
that's what I love. I'm like, wait,
his
you're in
reaction
a
to that was
room
really
full of
funny.
comedians.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Steve Martin always, when he does a super uber rich, out of touch with reality guy, love it. Just for the host, I just when Paul McCartney and Paul Simon did their song,
That was
everybody
funny.
cheers and he just pauses like, and the audience, of course, and you could of course hear the audience reaction.
Yeah.
That's a resounding no.
Yeah.
Hilarious. And then to see the Jeopardy one was the big one for me. Jeopardy and Wayne's World just took me.
The
it doesn't
Weekend
matter
Update. Weekend Update with Jane,
Jane
Curtin when the blonde joke with Fox News.
Yes.
That was great.
That was
Well done. Great coming from her. Anybody could have delivered that joke, but Jane Curtin was definitely the one to do it.
They showed Chevy Chase beforehand on the red carpet special, and he was like sweating and very hoarse, and he apologized, and it was weird. He was just, "I'm sorry, I'm so hoarse and sweating." It was weird. And then he comes out during the show, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen?" And then he was hoarse, but luckily Garrett Morris came in with the loud, whatever it's called,
Interpreter.
interpreter,
Black
loud
interpreter.
person, deaf person thingy.
Yeah.
So to do that, and then, I remember Garrett Morris was 38 when he started SNL.
Do you think that was a bit?
Well,
Do you think that Chevy Chase was hoarse on the red carpet because they were only doing that bit?
no, I don't think so at all. I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
Okay, just curious.
But Garrett Morris was 38 years old when he started SNL, I do believe. It's 40 years later, so he's 77 or 78 years old.
Yeah.
He's doing fine, He's on Two Broke Girls too, so. Jane Curtin went on to Kate and Allie in the 80s. And it's funny, Dan Aykroyd was on Howard Stern today.
What do you think of the new Ghostbusters?
Now we had a whole separate conversation, but we're going to weave it into this, of our favorite all-time movies. Number one on my list is Ghostbusters.
Number one
of all time is Ghostbusters. And not just on the movie, but I guess if you have the effect it had on your life and the influence and the lines you just my whole life. Ghostbusters influenced my whole life. And Ghostbusters 2 I still didn't mind either, because I thought the beginning was really good. Because what if you do such a great job as Ghostbusters and you get rid of all the ghosts and you close the portal? There's no more ghosts. These guys were broke and out of business, so they did other things. So I love the beginning of Ghostbusters 2. It's fine, and Ghostbusters 2 is fine, but Ghostbusters is a classic. And now Ghostbusters 3, I mean, they were probably going to do it, a good one, but Harold Ramis passed away, so now that everything went away.
They have a cast?
They do, with the women.
The lady cast.
I'm not too pleased.
Oh, no.
I might watch it.
I think that Amy, not Amy Poehler.
Melissa McCarthy's doing it.
Melissa
Kristen
McCarthy.
Wiig.
Kristen Wiig is what I was
I was
looking
surprised
for.
Anna Faris did, because I don't think she got picked.
No,
but she
no,
would be
no,
a
no.
good.
No.
Okay. She does comedy.
Keep the lady
stuff.
of SNL.
Oh,
But
Kristen Wiig.
the one
yeah.
that really surprises me is, who's the black lady, the larger black lady on SNL right now?
I know her. She's
Rashida? No, that's not
Leslie.
right.
I think her name's Leslie Jones. Maybe.
Leslie Jones? Yeah. No. I think that's right.
Okay.
I think that's right.
It's Leslie.
That's the shocker out of the. I mean,
it's almost like you have to have
She is the
three Caucasians and one African American. I mean, do you have to have the same ratio?
oh no, yeah.
Unless they're all
that
daughters.
makes total
I
sense.
heard.
Yeah, totally.
I know one script was they were all daughters, not just people, which is cool. Okay, if your daughter is cool.
Ooh, I did not hear that one script was they're all daughters.
Dan Aykroyd said it today on Howard Stern.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's the current script or they're going to merge scripts, but that was one idea.
Oh, I like that.
When they looked at one
who's the fourth
Ghostbuster,
girl? Who's the fourth girl? Melissa. She's
Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones.
She's my favorite. She's my new favorite. I think this lady is going to be a star.
Oh, Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon is going to be a star.
She got to be on the Super Jeopardy there.
Oh, she is just bound for glory. She's so funny.
She's already doing it. She's already doing great things now.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what Kate McKinnon does.
Yeah. On Howard, I love Howard Stern. So Ivan Reitman was on there, and he's like, "Listen, I can't get Bill Murray to read the new Ghostbusters script." And just by being on Howard Stern, Bill Murray's like, "I guess." Oh, then Howard talked to Bill Murray. It's like, "Hey, I even said this last time or last week." So like, it's at my desk, so I'll check it out. So we're doing pretty good here. So that's the Ghostbusters talk. How much it can influence my life.
I think we covered.
I can't even get into.
We covered time travel. We went into.
I just want to say
ghosts.
before we get going, if our shows seem cohesive and solid, Drew picked the topics of time travel and and what was it?
Ghosts.
Oh, so I like how we talk about Ghostbusters. And it
Yeah,
works.
and then it came back to Ghostbusters right at the end. I was just about to say that.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's so nice.
We did it all. So Drew picked those 2 topics, and I went into the movies, I think, in the SNL. Luckily, we talked about SNL.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
what was
yeah.
the other one? SNL was the other 2 big shows we were talking about. Like, hey, we got to talk.
You said your favorite
Jon Stewart.
movie.
Jon Stewart
Oh,
movie.
oh man, I'm gonna miss Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
I can't wait to see what he does next. But oh man,
Who
Jon
could
Stewart.
replace him?
What a talented
Yeah.
dude. Jon Stewart defined this country's
Yeah.
comedy news, or just he revolutionized what it is to
And the
deliver news and comedy.
And the next person might just read the news like you're reading the news, might just read the comedy script. I mean, Jon Stewart could not only obviously read it, but he sort of wrote it. He knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Is the next, like, you can't have Rob Riggle or Jason Jones.
The big
I
thing
mean, Jason
is
Jones maybe. But.
he was passionate about
Yes.
it. It was very clear that this was something he was
And
passionate
so
about.
who's passionate now?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Who's got that passion and can deliver?
Yeah.
Besides myself.
Have you seen any This Week Tonight with John Oliver?
Every single episode.
Oh, yeah? You have HBO?
I do.
Oh, I need to get your Go account.
Yeah. It's the best show. Well, you know what? On YouTube, they pretty much have every single episode.
I haven't seen everyone, but
No.
I've seen some on YouTube.
Every time every single show, that main topic they have, and which is 20 minutes of every show,
yeah.
is every single one I do believe is online.
Well, I feel like I'm missing so much still.
Yeah.
I'm missing most of John.
It's the best show. They're it's not going to work because it's just a 1 week show, half hour,
Yeah.
and they're just destroying it because they're going international. They're doing a lot of international stuff.
The things that I've seen on YouTube are very pointed, very specific,
is.
and they're very on point. They're great. I love them.
They're so on point. And
Stephen Colbert, looking forward to that. Looking forward to that a lot.
I am, and people are like, "What's his personality going to be?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's he going to sound like?" I think obviously he'll sound the same, but how much will he go into his super pompous character?
I think that he'll still have his nothing can touch me attitude.
Yeah,
I think
hopefully.
I hope he retains that, because that's something that's really unrelatable, you know,
Mhm.
like his Stephen Colbert was so pompous and bizarre that it was unrelatable. I hope this new one, well, I hope he is himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So we talked about some current events, I guess, with the movies and television this week. A lot of time travel that I have no clue what happens and no one does.
we're all time travelers.
And ghosts, you just gave your theory, but I thought you had a ghost story. Some people have, like, they seen a ghost, they heard a ghost. You had no ghost story.
I have a ghost story in this apartment.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to wind up the episode, but you could tell me the ghost story.
I guess we'll just have to save it for next time.
We're totally not going to remember it, but good. Let's do that. Because we did pretty good here. Ghostbusters, Jon Stewart. Ghostbusters is my favorite all-time movie. Quick all-time favorite movie.
Forrest Gump.
Wow. Okay, I'm not... That's
the
cool.
reason is it will I can watch that a million times. It will always hit me with emotion.
That's great.
All sorts of emotion. Like, you love the soundtrack. There's comedy. There's drama. There's sadness. There's defeat. There's death. There's life. It's great.
The same year, up for Best Picture, Pulp Fiction, Shawshank Redemption.
Right.
Both are amazing. And 94, what a year for movies.
What a year for movies.
What a year, gang. And what a year it is now in 2015, not 2013. Thank you very much. So that's cool. The D&D show on the podcast.
Podcast.